Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin, and this is my twin flame story week by week. This is the vlog that I'm doing to just recount a little bit of what's going on in my life, my personal life, my twin flame journey. And today I'm going to talk about, if you haven't noticed this on my YouTube channel, I'm just going to get a little update on what's going on in my YouTube channel. If you're interested, please do stay tuned just to see what is actually to come on my YouTube channel, Michelle Fondin Author. If you're new, please subscribe below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications, and thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. So what has been going on with me? First and foremost, I do apologize for the wind noise. I made the decision to do this vlog outdoors on my back porch, and I knew it was a little bit windy. I live really close to the beach, so there is not often a time where there is no wind. So as you can see, my hair is blowing around a little bit. There might be some wind noise here, and if that is the case, I apologize ahead of time for that wind noise. So what is actually going on? I'm sure you've noticed on my YouTube channel a lot more uploads. So I started the daily inspiration for Twin Flames, the tarot card, the oracle card per day. It was based on a viewer like you's. You asked for it. So, and there were a few people that backed that up, that they just wanted that daily guidance, that daily reminder for positivity, to stay grounded, to stay hopeful on their twin flame journey. So I started doing that. Then I had the idea because, I thought back to my own spiritual journey and like what I was going through initially when I went through like a second huge awakening. I said like the twin flame was more like a third big awakening. So I would say my second big awakening that I was going through, it was between 1999 and 2004. It didn't stop there, but I would say that was like the biggest growth spurt in spirituality for me, the biggest awakening in spirituality for me. And guess what? Here's another piece of news. I'm actually writing another book for Twin Flames, and I'm going to keep it under wraps pretty much until the book is more than halfway through. I always do that. I keep it pretty much under wraps until the book is like more than halfway done, because then I can kind of see an end date in sight. But it is for Twin Flames to help you navigate better and healthier your twin flame journey. So I'm really super excited. This book has been on my back burner, if you will, for about 6 months now. And I've been slowly writing an outline to the book for about 6 months. And I just kind of embarked yesterday on putting together a plan. I wrote for about 2.5 hours. And when I put together a plan to write a book, I actually write daily until the book is done. So I usually write about 2 hours a day until the book is done. So that's what I'm doing. Super excited about this book because I really just do feel that like new twin flames and even seasoned twin flames struggle a lot on the journey. And so maybe like a step-by-step guide to how to navigate the journey is just something that could be super helpful. I know, God, it would have helped me tremendously on the twin flame journey when I was going through what I was going through. But I'm very, 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 very excited about this upcoming book. So when I was going through my second spiritual awakening around that time, 1999 to about 2004, I know that I was grasping at anything inspirational. I wanted things that were inspirational. I wanted things that were going to keep me enlightened, positive, awakened, and mindful throughout the process, because the process of awakening is really super painful. And I really wanted like these daily reminders to just help to keep me grounded. So at that time, because obviously this was pre-internet. I mean, it wasn't really pre-internet, but it was kind of pre-internet. Like it was still dial-up pretty much around that time. So I would say that's pre-internet for me because it wasn't easily accessible. There was this book called The Good News or The Good Word or something like that. And it wasn't like religious, it was just spiritual. And so it was like a monthly review, kind of like a magazine, but it was like a tiny mini magazine. And it came out with all these like quotes and these poems and like all this positivity. And shortly after I started getting it, they stopped publishing it. So I was like super disappointed because it was something I really looked forward to, like to grasp onto those positive words, those poems, those inspirational quotes, and just kind of like these stories that were like super uplifting and really positive. And so for the bedtime daily inspiration for light workers, I decided, you know what? I want to kind of bring that back because it was helpful to me when I was going through a major spiritual awakening. And I felt that there's a lot of anxiety in the world. There's a lot of depression in the world. There's a lot of uncertainty in the world. And guess what, guys? It's not going to get any better anytime soon. I promise you that. It's going to get way worse before it actually gets better. And the reason for that is because of this like large awakening, and then also humanity is shifting and changing, like I spoke about in the last vlog. If you haven't yet listened to the last vlog I did, vlog number 12, I believe it was, I'll put that link right here so you can actually see it. But you know, there's a lot of awakening going on in the world, but at the same time, humanity is transforming. And so the darkness, or the like away from the light, I guess if you want to call it, is also very prevalent and prominent now. And there is going to be this kind of battle between light and dark that's happening. And it's not really a battle, but what you're going to see the stark differences. In other words, you're really going to see the stark differences. And so when I say it's going to get much worse before it gets better, any better, that's 100% the truth. It shows that in the astrology. And we're going to see a lot more darkness. And so because we are light workers, it's best to stay grounded in the light. And so that also you do not take on the garbage that is going on around. And it's very easy for light workers and empaths to absorb the negativity, to absorb the dark energy, to absorb like the turmoil of what is happening. It's super easy for us to do that. And so like I feel more excited about doing the bedtime inspirations than I do about the daily inspirations, to be honest with you, because I feel that peace is coming more from my heart. It's coming more from a space where I knew I was at back between 1999 and 2004, 2005, I would say. Like I knew I was in that dark place and that real big transformative place. I had this period of immense darkness that then transformed into the light. So I feel very connected to that. If you haven't yet checked out the bedtime inspirations, I would say like check them out at night or in the day, or you could save them up and like watch them all, you know, together in one day a week or something like that. But I feel really connected to that because I know that was really helpful for me. Not that there was YouTube at that time, but it was just very helpful for me to have those like positive quotes, the mindfulness, and just someone helping to guide me into a more mindful awareness, like this restful awareness that I do speak about in my meditation course. So very connected to that. So that's something that I will continue to do as well. Those are the two things, that those major changes on my YouTube channel that's actually happening daily, if you will. I'm contemplating some other changes, which I'm not going to speak about right now because I'm very much on the fence as to whether or not I want to pile up the work for myself and do those things. So it, you know, already filming, editing, posting, you know, 20 some videos per week is a lot already. And I could add to my plate, but I'm not really sure if I'm ready to do it just yet. So we'll see. We will see, because I feel like I'm here to serve you guys in any way that I can. And I was looking up, so I'm a yogi, if you guys didn't know that. I've been a yogi for like the majority of my life, actually, to be honest. I started practicing yoga when I was 18. So since 1989, I've been practicing yoga and became a yoga teacher in 2008. And so the philosophy of yoga is very close to me, is very near and dear to my heart. It's something that I try to emulate and something that I try to live each and every day. And so, it came to me, the different types of yoga. And when you study yoga, if you're a yoga teacher, if you've been through yoga teacher training, then you've probably studied the types of yoga. So there's like karma yoga, which is the yoga of action. It's like doing something. So for example, by me producing videos for you guys on YouTube that are helpful in some way to your spiritual journey and your spiritual awakening, that is called karma yoga. So there's karma yoga. And then there's jnana yoga, which is the yoga of knowledge. So it's bringing information, bringing helpful tidbits, bringing like inspiration, helping you expand your consciousness, helping you expand your awareness. So that's jnana yoga. And then there's bhakti yoga, which is the like loving devotion. And that's usually loving devotion to a higher something, right? To a God, spirit, holiness, whatever you want to call whatever the universal love is, right? So that's bhakti yoga, the yoga of love and devotion. And then there's the meditative type of yoga, which it's slipping my mind now. If you know what that is, please do write it. I think that's Kriya yoga maybe. Anyway, put that in the box below if you know what that fourth type of yoga is. There are 4 main types according to yoga philosophy. I said karma, jnana, bhakti, and I can't remember the fourth. I think it's Kriya if I'm not mistaken, but there is a yoga of meditation, if you will. There's, and then of course there's the 8 yoga sutras, but I feel like as part of my yoga, right, which means union, as part of my own yoga practice, bringing those things to you for your own spiritual awakening is just part of my mission. It's part of what I do. It's part of my being. It's part of what I'm called to do, I guess. So it's been a very interesting week to 2 weeks for me because of that, because there's a lot of shifts that are happening for me career-wise, and I think I may have started to mention that in some of the other vlogs, that career-wise, total shifts for me, because like strange things happening with YouTube, and then personal readings, and then the boot camps, which I'm going to try to talk a little bit more about later on this month, but also writing the new book. And I think I had mentioned that I was trying to go back to Disney. So far, nothing has come out of that. There's also this business idea that I have for, we're actually selling a business, one of my dad's businesses. We're selling that business. And so as a safety net, I really wanted to invest in something else. So I've got that going on. And so there's just a lot in the way of career that is happening in the current days. So it's really hard for me to say to you right now that this is the way it's going and this is the way it will always be, because frankly, at this point, I don't even know now. But as far as the 2 things that I mentioned, the daily readings and the bedtime inspiration, those 2, I've made a commitment to 365 days to myself. I've made a commitment to myself to do it for 365 days for 1 year, and then see how I feel about it, see how it goes. Because as I mentioned, that's a huge time commitment, and I'm doing it now, and I've made the commitment to do it for 365 days. And this is in addition to the weekly Twin Flame readings, the vlogs, the channeling, Twin Flame guidance, as well as Divine Masculine readings that are happening maybe once a week, maybe once every other week. I'm not really sure at this point. So there's a whole lot going on. And, you know, eventually it might get easier if I'm able to hire an editor. It's weird because 2 months ago I was ready to hire an editor. And then with this whole career transition piece, it's like, oh, I don't know if I really need to or want to write at this particular moment while everything is still in flux and transition. So I think I'll wait till the dust settles a little bit in order to like maybe hire an editor so that it can free up my time a little bit more to focus on other types of endeavors. So I just want to let you guys know that, and this is like, I'm totally changing subjects on you guys in a way, I'm changing subjects. So if you have a really, really strong Venus in your chart, know that things will get better starting April 5th for about a month. Things will get a lot better for you. And I say this because as divine feminines, like if there is a planet, if there's an archetype that would be definitive of the archetypal energy of the divine feminine, it would be Venus. And if there is an archetype that would be definitive of divine masculine, it would be Mars. And Venus has been in a very challenging position for the last 4 months to 5 months, really. And so now Venus is finally breaking free and moving into Pisces on April 5th, where she will join Neptune and Jupiter in Pisces. And Venus really enjoys being in Pisces, and especially next to planets like Jupiter and Neptune, which are benefic planets. And so, and I just say this because I have very strong Venus in my charts, in my birth chart, sorry. I have very strong Venus in my birth chart. And I've had a very, very, very challenging 5 months, like more challenging than I could probably even imagine. And it's actually, the challenges have been a little bit longer than that. But I'm really looking forward to Venus moving into Pisces because Venus is just happier in Pisces. And so if you have been feeling that your divine feminine energy has been challenged, just know that things will certainly get easier, and that I, as a divine feminine, have also felt that my Venusian energy, this divine feminine energy, has also been super challenged. And so anything that is related to Venus, anything that's related to divine feminine, is going to be much easier in the month of April, moving into May, until I think it is May 12th. I want to say it's May 12th when Mars actually joins that party in Pisces as well, which, you know, Mars has been kind of antagonizing Venus for the past couple of months as they've been going through this kind of like runner chaser dynamic. So Mars kind of, you know, is complementary to Venus, but Mars can also bring this harsher edge to this soft, happy, luxurious Venus. So anything Venus is going to be favored now, and your divine feminine energy is going to be more favored starting April 5th. So doing things like divine feminine activities, like anything with beauty or luxury or pampering, for example, doing anything like shopping for home decor, or even money, because Venus does represent the influx of money, the influx of abundance as well. And any fun activities that are more Venusian, such as dancing or yoga, or like the type of flowing activities that are going to enhance and awaken your divine feminine a little bit better, things will get easier, as well as love coming in. Love. Venus is the planet of love. And so love relationships will be easier for about a month, for, you know, like I said, until I think probably around May 12th. So I am super looking forward to that. I am super looking forward to the Venus in my chart having a much easier time. And I'm very much looking forward to the coming week and the coming weeks, plural. And so, and again, nothing has really been moving in my love life. So I am really excited to see if there will be some positive forward moving momentum in that arena of my life when Venus gets a break. When Venus gets a break, because Venus is so prominent in my chart, having a Venus that's a little bit debilitated, does not necessarily help my situation. So those are my updates. I want to thank you guys for continuing to support my YouTube channel. Thanks so much if you're new. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. And overall, get those notifications so you can get notified when new videos and new material comes out. And I look forward to serving you guys more. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.